And then going forward, I mean, how do you look at this team? Because obviously the Phillies are going to be going up against them. This is by the way, the Astros have not even lost a game this point.
No, and it's actually funny you bring that up. The last time they lost a game was actually when we played them the last series of the regular season, when we beat them to get into the wild card.
Wow, really? I didn't even know that.
October 3rd.
That is crazy. So obviously the game's not till Friday. The Phillies Astros. I would expect that Nola would start, or is Wheeler going to start the first game? Or I would expect Wheeler.
I would expect Wheeler to go game 1 and Nola to go game 2, and
Mhm.
then go from there.
Yeah. And then for them too, it's going to be Verlander on the mound more than likely game 1.
Yes, and I'm not sure who they have for game 2
There's a lot of guys that can go.
because they have a lot of really
Farmer,
good secondary pitchers.
McCullers,
They have that guy Framer,
Javier.
Valdez.
Yeah, Framber. I call him Farmer.
I thought it was Framer.
No,
Framer.
it is Framber. It is Framber. I don't know why
Framber. I don't know.
Yeah, Framber Valdez. He had a good game against us, obviously.
They have a lot of options.
They have a lot of options. They have McCullers, obviously he pitched last night, so you might see him later in the series if you guys can win some games. But starting off in Houston again, I mean, I think you gotta set the tempo and try and win one of these first 2 games. I think if you can at least come back with one to Philly, that's good. I'm sure CBP will be rocking for the games. So you just got to get back to Philly, I think, with a win.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal. Getting at least one of the 2 down there. Down 2-0 going to Philly would be a little disheartening, but I still wouldn't rule it out if they could win game 3 down 2-0. But yeah, getting one of the first 2 is huge.
And you know what's unfortunate for the Phillies, and I feel like their style of play favors the Astros a little bit. They're a very offensive team. They're an offensive minded team. Like you guys rely a lot on the clutch hits, the big hits. And let's be honest, the Astros have very good pitching. They have a decent bullpen and they got some really nice starters. So I think the only way the Phillies are really going to be able to put themselves in a position is they're going to have to be really, really good on offense. And they have been. They're going to need guys like Harper to continue this absolute destruction that he's on right now. They're going to need guys like Schwarber to step up and keep getting on base and hitting the long ball and whatnot. They're going to need guys like Hoskins to hit the homers. I mean, that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And then if your bullpen can hold up too, because we've seen, I mean, you guys did, you had some close encounters, I thought, right?
Oh, definitely. Even going back to the Atlanta series.
Game 4 too, that you also had your games 4, you gave up a lead with Brad Hand. Game 2, obviously you guys gave up a lead as well. So I mean, I think that's kind of the key for you guys. So I think getting a lead, but also holding it.
Yeah, I think playing from behind is a recipe for disaster against the Astros because I think they can use their pitching depth to their advantage. Because listen, they can have their starter go 4 or 5 innings, or they can have them go 8 innings. If they get to their bullpen, they're going to be fine, probably out of their way, because they have guys like Presley and Neris. There's probably other guys that can't be named. Garcia, the guy that does that double windup kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they have a host of guys that can come in different situations. I think that's the clear-cut advantage they have. They're just top to bottom better than the Phillies.